Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to this concert hall, Institut Seni Indonesia Yogyakarta, and I'd love to greet all of the guests coming from Universitas Gadjah Mada and also the official members of ISI Yogyakarta, the lecturers, and as well as the students. It's been an honor for International Affairs Office of Institut Seni Indonesia Yogyakarta in collaboration with International Office of Universitas Gadjah Mada, because today this is the final performance of the project of study tour project by Faculty of Music, Victoria University, Australia, and supported by New Global Plan. And please give your best gratitude for the two lecturers, the great one, Dr. Greg Aronson from Victoria University, and also from Mr. Firman Box as the lecturer of music in Victoria University. It's been an honor for ISI Yogyakarta to have this collaboration in which the students of 3 universities can do the great projects that soon will be performed, and we are looking forward to watch the performance after this. But first of all, I would like to invite Mr. Bambang Suprinadi as the representative of ISI Yogyakarta as the head of cooperation and education. It's the time is yours.
Selamat sore. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Om Swastiastu. Yang terhormat Bapak Ibu perwakilan dari Victoria University, Bapak Greg Aronson. Yang terhormat Bapak Ibu pimpinan dari Universitas Gadjah Mada, dan yang terhormat Bapak Ibu pimpinan dan segenap jajaran ISI Yogyakarta. Puji dan syukur kehadirat Tuhan Yang Maha Kuasa, pada sore hari ini kita diperkenankan untuk hadir di konservatorium ISI Yogyakarta dalam rangka menyaksikan pentas kolaborasi antara 3 universitas dari Fakultas of Music, Faculty of Music Victoria University, kemudian dari Universitas Gadjah Mada, dan Institut Indonesia Yogyakarta. Merupakan sebuah kehormatan bagi kita untuk bisa menjadi tuan rumah bagi acara yang sangat spesial ini. Untuk itu perkenankan kami mengucapkan selamat datang kepada semua tamu undangan, semua penonton di konser hall kebanggaan ISI Yogyakarta. Sebelumnya kami ingin menyampaikan permohonan maaf dari pimpinan ISI Yogyakarta karena rektor, pembantu rektor dan lain-lain sore ini harus berangkat ke Surabaya untuk mengikuti kegiatan Festival Kesenian Indonesia. Namun beliau menyampaikan pesan, mengucapkan selamat dan sukses untuk acara ini, dan menyampaikan harapan semoga kegiatan pada sore hari ini bisa berjalan dengan lancar. Kegiatan sore hari ini merupakan sebuah kegiatan yang disponsori oleh New Global Plan, dan kegiatan ini merupakan puncak dari kegiatan yang sudah dilaksanakan selama 2 minggu dari tanggal 23 Juni dan diakhiri hari ini Jumat tanggal 6 dengan sebuah konser seni yang nanti akan menampilkan berbagai macam cabang seni, ada seni tari, kemudian musik maupun teater. Mewakili pimpinan ISI Yogyakarta, saya mengucapkan selamat kepada semua peserta, khususnya kepada Kantor Urusan Internasional dari UGM, kemudian unit urusan internasional ISI Yogyakarta yang telah menunjukkan kerja kerasnya sehingga konser pada sore hari bisa terlaksana. Semoga apa yang kita harapkan bisa berjalan dengan lancar dan konser bisa berjalan dengan baik. Special to our guest, teacher and student from Faculty of Music, Victoria University. I would like to express our deep honor to all of you for your willingness to be here with us to join and support this concert. It is our honor that we can host all of you to join concert of Victoria University and ISI Yogyakarta and Gadjah Mada University. I believe that this will be the beginning of our long-term partnerships, and I really appreciate you for making this collaborations concert come true. Thank you, selamat sore dan selamat menyaksikan.
Our first group, which has, like all of our groups, has students from Victoria University, ISI and UGM, is the Wayang Clan, and they've prepared a little show for us, which is called Hold Up Bodo. We're ready for group one.
place looks pretty awesome. Where am I?
Welcome to Malioboro Street. Malioboro Market and Street is the heart of Jakarta. From the folk stall to the batik to the becak home, this is how people in Indonesia really live.
It looks pretty cool. All the food smells amazing. But, where's all the beer?
Hold up, Bodo. Indonesia is a majority Muslim country. Muslims do not drink alcohol.
Really?
Really. The reason you cannot see any beer is because this marketplace is not like Kuta Beach. It is for the local Indonesian people, not just bule.
Bule? What is bule?
You are bule. Bule means white foreigner.
Is that bad?
No, that is not bad at all. When people call you bule, it means that you are smart, a visionary, and a role model for Indonesians.
Oh, so I am bule?
Ya, Anda bule. Bagus sekali.
Ha! I have learned something. I have a question though. If Malioboro is important because it is the heart of Jogja, why is Jogja important?
Because special region of Yogyakarta is the heart of Indonesia. Jogja has been a central trading place for centuries, and it is here that the greatest battle for Indonesian independence from colonization occurred.
Wow!
Yeah, wow! And today, Jogja is the artistic center of Indonesia. There is no better place in all of Indonesia to experience all forms of traditional and modern Indonesian art.
Awesome, man. I'd love to experience some Indonesian art.
Then, let's go! Next stop, Wayang Show!
You stole my wife. You stole my shoes.
That's it.
You stole my dog. Prepare to pay. Cha, 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 cha. That was awesome. Wayang rules.
That was amazing. Wayang rules. And haha, wayang is one of the most important forms of traditional Indonesian art, combining a visual puppet show with live gamelan musical performance to create an unforgettable Indonesian experience.
Unforgettable is right. I've never seen anything like this on Kuta Beach.
Exactly, Bodo. Now, you can see why it is important to visit places like this to really understand Indonesian culture and Indonesian people.
Yeah, I understand now. Indonesia has a pretty amazing history.
And it doesn't stop there. Next stop, Prambanan Temple.
biasa. This is amazing. We don't have anything like this in Australia. It is so beautiful.
It is. It's so good for you.
You've got to stop scaring me like this.
And this is the amazing Prambanan temple actually. The largest Hindu temple in all of Indonesia.
It's so beautiful.
It is considered by most Hindus to be the most beautiful Hindu temple in the world.
Temple? As in one? I can see several temples.
Very observant Joshua, there are only 22 left standing today. But legend has it that many years ago there was hundreds of temples here.
Hundreds? How?
Well, the story goes that in 9th century, Prambanan temple was constructed by an ancient king, Bandung Bondowoso, to win the hand of princess of the Baka kingdom in marriage. He was very handsome man, with very pure, powerful supernatural abilities. But he was also very cruel.
How cruel?
Well, he had killed the father of the princess he was trying to seduce.
Damn, that's cold, man.
So cold. The princess was very afraid of him. To avoid telling him no, she proposed to King Bondowoso an impossible feat. She said, I will marry you if you and your man can construct a temple, 1,000 temples in only 1 night.
1,000? That's impossible. What happened?
He only managed to construct 999.
999? He was one temple away. Why would he stop at 999?
That's the best part. Because he was so close to finishing, the princess came up with a plan. She got all the women in the kingdom to begin grinding rice so that the roosters would hear it and think that it was morning. When the rooster heard that, they began to crow. And when the workers heard that, they stopped working, thinking that they had failed.
Ah, very clever.
But not as clever as you think. Once the king realized what had happened, he cursed the princess. He said, you have deceived me. You have cheated. Now the 1,000th temple is you.
Oh no!
At once, the princess turned to stone.
That is horrible.
It is. To this day, the princess still stands in stone at the Prambanan temple.
Wow, what an amazing story.
That is only a taste of the amazing culture that Indonesian people have fought so hard to preserve. Can you see now why Indonesia is more than just bintang and nasi goreng?
Of course. I can't believe I almost missed out on all of this.
Then my work here is done.
I feel embarrassed for wanting to just go to Kuta Beach. There is so much more to enjoy in Indonesia. Forget Bintang, let's jam on some gamelan.
Bro! Where are you, bro? We're at Kuta Beach, man. In Barley, come drink some beers with us, man. There's heaps of babes.
I think I'd rather stay in Georgia.
Hello everyone, welcome to Indonesia 2K18, first of many I hope. So for the Wayang Clan's Hold Up Bodo, our original idea was to create a spoken word piece with Indonesian translation, along with music. However, we chose to perform a puppet show accompanied by live music to show the importance of the traditional Wayang puppets that have on Indonesian culture, both past and present. We chose to do this way to illustrate the historical and cultural differences and similarities by using traditional and non-traditional instruments. To step away from the traditional wayang to incorporate some of our Western influence, we decided that the puppets should be pictures of ourselves and performed without a shadow screen. We thought this was the best way to incorporate all of our disciplines, including music, art, tourism and photography, and to ensure everyone would be comfortable performing a role in our project. We visited the puppet show near Malioboro and we were able to witness a full gamelan setup with a dalang, which is the puppeteer. We were able to learn some movements and ideas related to how the music and the puppets would work together cohesively. We decided to add in a wayang scene of our own after watching this show, and it was a very good bonding experience, and it really solidified our project idea and goal. During the weeks, we divided the workload into 4 sections. Myself, Goddard, Jamie and Rachel would work on the music, while Josh with Ulhak and Priscilla on the script, Ruth and Amina on art and visuals, and everybody on making the puppets. This provided to be the best way possible to achieve our end result. Some problems that arose came from a lot of miscommunication. It was tricky to get everyone all together to talk about the project, and we also had 2 different group chats as we all weren't on the same social media platform. Another issue was the Australian students not meaning to, but dominating the group project without much support or guidance, both from teachers and our group. The Indonesian students felt more it was like our project and they were just here to help us. This feeling was encouraged further as it took a fair while for us all to be on the same page about what the project topic and idea was meant to be. We overcame these issues by talking and hanging out more as a group and actively being aware if someone felt left out. A big breakthrough for us was when Gus came into one of our rehearsals and spoke with us about how we need to listen more and be more accepting of new ideas in each other. Then after at dinner, talking with Priscilla, Amina and Ulhak, how they were feeling in the group, and it was a really big eye-opener for how our group project was going. This group project has definitely shown its issues, but we've also come out of it better as people and more understanding of cultural differences. We've also had a lot of shared experience, and I'm grateful, as I'm sure these guys are, to spend the time with them. And I miss you guys, and I miss all you guys, and I'd like to thank ISI and UGM for having us, and Victoria University for making it happen, and saya cinta kamu.
Selamat sore, Tuan dan Nyonya. Kami dari kelompok Jos Kandos akan menampilkan proyek kami, sebuah perpaduan antara cerita Sunda Luli dan kisah The Birth of the Butterflies dari cerita Dreamtime Australia. Luli menceritakan tentang seorang gadis yang berteman dengan seekor ikan bernama Luli. Sementara The Birth of the Butterflies menceritakan tentang konsep kematian masa Dreamtime dari Sungai Australia. Selamat menyaksikan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Jos Gandos. In this afternoon, we will be presenting to you all a story called Lengli and the Birth of the Butterflies. The story of Lengli is a legend from Sunda, and the Birth of the Butterflies from the Mari River combined together into one narrative. Lengli tells a story of a young girl who befriends a magical fish called Lengli, while the Birth of the Butterflies explores the concept of death through the eyes of the animals during the dream time in New South Wales, Australia. Enjoy the show.
Long ago, in the dreaming period, All creatures in the land lived happily. They knew nothing of death. Until one day, in the bird's tribe. With that, the caterpillar went on his journey to the other world. Far away, in the land of Sunda, a young girl is living in a village with her mean older sister, who's always bossing her around.
Annie!
Upset by the scorn of her sister, Adit cries by the river, where she finds an unlikely friend.
Hi there, sweetheart. What happened? Why are you crying?
Well, I was washing my sister's clothes, but suddenly one of it was washed away by the river. Now I can't go home because my sister will be very angry that I used her clothes. Oh, she might make me sleep outside because I love her clothes and it's her favorite too. What do I do?
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll try to help you find your clothes. Wait here. Here you go.
Wow. Clothes. Oh my god, thank you so much. What is your name?
My name is Lovely.
Lovely. I'll be forever in that sea.
The friendship between Lung Li and her younger sister is blossoming. Adit would visit Lung Li every day with presents. Adit would tell Lung Li about her day and her problems with her mean older sister. Lung Li would listen to the problems and comfort her. Sometimes, Lung Li would bring Adit presents too, which she receives happily.
Oh, thank you so much. But won't your sister get mad if she knows I just spared the house's rice?
It's okay. I spared this one time. She won't be having any problem with this. Never mind, sister.
The older sister starts to notice a change in Adit's behavior. Adit looked happier, more confident, even when her mean older sister scolds her while doing the housework.
Adit! Yulia! Adit! Bundanya kamu! Cepetan dong, jalannya cepetan dong. Ini kan aku panas. Ngomong kamu udah
the suspicious older sister decides to follow Adik to see the cause of her changing behavior. She follows her sister, who is walking towards the river. Hiding behind a tree, she watches as Adik calls her name. The mean older sister is shocked to find Adik is talking with a fish. The envious sister hates to see Adik looking happy and bright, so she plots to do something evil. When Adik leaves the river, the mean sister calls out Luni's name. And when the fish appears, she wastes no time to catch it.
Have you guys seen Ugly?
sad and heartbroken Dick, then decides to bury her deceased friend in the backyard. From where Luli's grave was, its golden leaves and fruits with precious stones made people curious, but only a Dick could pick them, without them soon turn into dust. In the end, the cockatoo did not wake up anymore, but who knows? He might return in another form from somewhere. We don't know. Just like the caterpillar who turns into a beautiful butterfly, and just like Lily the fish who turns into a magic tree.
Hi. We are Jos Gandos. Our story was a kind of a culmination of two different stories. One being an Indonesian folklore, like a Sundanese story, and a Indigenous Australian Dreamtime story about the birth of the butterfly. So Lung Li is a... keep going, next one. The birth of the butterflies was a Dreamtime story that was believed to be started in New South Wales, Australia. That's where it's kind of come from tribal stories. And it kind of explores the similar themes as Lung Li of the human condition, death and reincarnation. So, yeah. Both these fables have their own sort of culturally specific geographic and cultural backgrounds. The exploration of themes such as kindness, jealousy, death, reincarnation kind of brings them both together. So, as far as putting it all together, we all kind of had a massive part in it. We had Dylan, who was pretty much putting up his hotel room so we could use it as a studio to do some demo recordings for the whole thing. So we've had Blake doing composition as well, Lorenzo on the guitar, Josh, who has pretty much been a big part of everyone's group mainly as well, but he's been anywhere from a resource manager, logistics manager, studio engineer, all-round wizard. So 100% props to that guy for actually bringing this whole event together for everybody. So, of course, our lovely girls, Angi, Agita, G, and Yulia, stayed up really late at night, putting all these props together, getting all the materials that we need, and then it's just been a fantastic effort by them. Like, we would not have been able to do any of this without them, so massive credit to them. So we kind of started with our first kind of meeting. We kind of went outside, discussed the ideas of trying to bring Australian folklore and Indonesian folklore together. So this is kind of a slide of us working in a very small space, which was Dylan's hotel room, which was turned into a studio by us. It was very cramped, it got very hot, but a lot of work got done in there. So, thanks to Dylan for putting it up, and thanks to the homestay for really allowing us to be creative and work on it. So this is kind of a video where we're just kind of jamming out some ideas, bringing it all together. Very short and sweet, that clip. I assure you there was a whole lot more of that. Lots of hours, lots of good stuff, lots of bad stuff, but mostly good stuff. It's all been an awesome experience so far. And there's my lovely kupu wings, and our lovely crow and our lovely ladies putting it together at at our homestay, just putting in extra hours, more effort than you could ever ask for, really. And there we are, still putting it all together. This is the design of the wings. So it started out with really just how did we want to do it. So it was more, we got a piece of paper, we traced out our idea, we got different coloured plastic bags. So we kind of just utilised minimal resources to get the best result that we could. So yeah, like it was amazing to see what came together from so small resources and actually knowing where to buy half of these things. So it was amazing. And these are 2 street cats that happened to turn up to our rehearsals. So the whole time they were there, just, I guess you could call them like a bit of an inspiration, a couple of kitties. So who doesn't like kitties? If you don't. So this is Blake having a bit of a read through of the script here. He's a fantastic reader, very passionate. So overall, the whole experience has been fun. Like, I wouldn't change any of it for anything. Like, it's all been absolutely fantastic to see all these guys put in so much hard effort. Like, I can't honestly give them enough credit by standing here talking about it. Like, yeah, they're awesome. They're gonna really shine bright in this world. Thank you for joining us.
Monkeys and birds roamed the forest freely and without worry. They spent their days dancing to the musics in their tribe and eating the food of the earth. All was peaceful in the land of Colton. But soon the sun would set and would not rise for many mornings to come. Darkness flooded the land and the rivers turned blood. The monkeys and birds would have to survive through rain and thunder to see their son again. One day, whilst the monkeys and birds were dancing on the shore, a large and mysterious ship approached the land. As the ship docked, the creatures of Colton crowded the shores to investigate. From the ship emerged an army of wicked dingoes and tiger snakes. The foul invaders, without word, began to tear apart the land. They engulfed the trees in flames and ripped apart the branches that the monkeys once freely swung upon, and birds perched on. The dingoes and tiger snakes claimed the land as their own, as well as the innocent creatures themselves, at least those who remained. Months and years went by excruciatingly slow as the monkeys and birds remained under the power of the dingo and tiger snakes. The native animals of Kolta longed to see the sun again. Conspiring in the late hours and the evening, they devised a plan to take back the land which rightfully theirs. rebel. They fought vigilantly for what they believed in. They would take back the rights of the land from the dingoes and tiger snakes. The battle wasn't easy, and not everyone made it through. Many innocent lives were lost. The war was long and at times felt endless. Time went on and things slowly started to get better. For the first time in what felt like forever, the sun was starting to show. Negotiations were made, and the monkeys, birds, dingoes, and tiger snakes eventually learned to live in harmony. Although the battle took many years, the sun had risen again, and all of the animals at Colton breathed it in.
We combined our two histories of colonisation together. So we took parts of how the Dutch colonised Indonesia and how the whites colonised the indigenous people, and we decided to mix that into one story. We chose colonisation as a concept because both of our cultures have been through colonialism. For both sides, it's an extremely important and rich part of what formed our cultures. To begin the process, we both did research on each other's cultures, and we explored the concept through research and conversation between our two perspectives and histories.
We've chosen to portray these themes through, I'm just going to lean down like this, through the form of a bedtime story. The reason we've done that is because, like colonisation as a theme, it is something that we, from every culture, can relate to. It's also, bedtime stories are something that is connected strongly with education, and I think that's an important thing to educate children on things like this, and to understand each other's cultures, and to simplify the concept and to teach it.
With that were some of the challenges we faced, obviously with our cultural differences, not only with that, but our language differences as well. I remember our first meeting, the Australian crew kind of like huddled as a group, with the Indonesian students not really understanding what we're on about, but through getting to know each other and through hanging out as friends and various meetings and a lot of that kind of stuff, we got to know each other fairly well. Another big kind of thing was understanding through our different cultures how our talents would work out. For example, our traditional dance versus our more of a contemporary stylistic approach to dance, and understanding how that would work out. And again, just through knowing each other, researching each other's talents and cultures, we were able to put that together.
We show the traditional Indonesian dance as the main point of our performance. The reason why is we want to explore the characters of being native by presenting the dance with a traditional touch in it. So we can learn how native being conceived by the expander or the colonizer, and to see how the spirit they work because of the colonizer.
And we find it helpful to show something by deleting our major, because we want to present something as one big beautiful performance, but still can show each of our character, our talents on the same level.
Hello everyone. I'm a totally traditional dancer that never do solo and duet before. And
And this is, oh my god, this is one of the big projects I ever had. And so, I'll never waste the chance. And so I learned how to do solo and duet with my partner Kelly, and dance out of my basic with the simple but catchy music. And then, the dance and the music, we work together and stand to be one as unity. Dance and the music are describing about the big theme as colonialism, with the movement of dance and the music that can possibly describe about what we want to present about. Thank you.
The way that we went about executing this was we rehearsed consistently over the course of 2.5 weeks. We mainly worked with really large open spaces. We found that that was a really good indicator to a similar setup as to what we have here. And workshopping with the ISI teachers and the teachers with UGM as well has been so helpful, giving us pointers and ideas and things that we can improve on and take more into consideration as we move forward with the project. And of course we've all worked extremely hard, but a shout out to Lista. She put together a 20-page booklet which outlines literally everything that we've put together in our collaborative project. And we're going to be posting like a Google Drive link onto Facebook so you guys can read an English version and an Indonesian version, which she worked super hard to translate, so thank you, Lista. So if you guys want to read more about our project, you can watch on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Everyone, so maybe last but not least, we are going to show you our booklet that I made with the purpose, the aims why we made up this booklet is so this project can last forever and everyone can read it, like all over the world, especially for Indonesian children maybe, and because it has also English stories, so it's be able to read to everyone. That's how it looks like. Like the delegation, like artwork, like Galuh, story written by Gavin and Kelly. Okay, and feel free to have this booklet because we already have the link, like Google Drive link. So we're going to share it to everyone who want to read our bedtime story about the colonialism discourse. Thank you.
This is a group, a self-titled project. The group is called Responses, or Kangahan. Let's talk with them today.
I'm here to tell you what we just done. It has been too long, we feel silent, walking without direction, far away with no way out. When we ask Mother, why did you give a birth to me? And why did you choose me to be your child? She just said, wait, let me ask your grandmother. But that is not the point of the story. Soon, there will be someone telling you a secret. I warn you all, this performance doesn't mean anything. Don't be sad, don't be disappointed, and also, don't be too serious. Even if you don't want to watch, please close your eyes. Because the show doesn't need to be seen with eyes, but with your heart. I have told you that the show has no meaning at all. That's why I cry. I'm sad, but I don't know why. I'm feeling blue, but I don't know the reason why. Why does everything make me so happy?
Have a break from the batik because it's a bit fumey, a bit toxic in there.
Yeah.
Feeling a little bit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about the project? Do you think?
Yeah, so the project is going really well. We came up with the idea of calling the project Response.
Yeah.
What's the word in Indonesia, Bahasa Indonesian for response in as? Starts with M. I can't.
Menjawab.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I guess what were we thinking when we thought of response? Well, we're responding to our experience, to our environment, and I guess for me, it's just what happens in that space. There's a lot of potential for and for recognition with others.
Yeah.
So there's this like magic that happens when you meet with other people and this meeting of minds, of hearts, and what happens in the mix is what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, like that sounds very vague, but I think sometimes to tie it down is to constrain it, so it's kind of open.
And so we've tuned our instruments to a scale called Elo, which is a gamelan tuning. It's a microtonal tuning that we don't use in the West. And it's pentatonic, so we're just playing basically from D to A. And you basically can't hear the wrong note. Everything sounds really, really beautiful. So
would you like to show us?
Yeah, so it's basically
I think it's a very conceptual idea. I like it a lot. The whole idea of response. Response is something very innate in people. So I think it's important to do things like this to understand why we do them. So maybe our responses to things, we analyze them in our life, but maybe this is a good opportunity to further analyze them. I think it's a good idea. A lot of the problems we come across, especially between different races, because people are unable to look at how they're responding, whether it's negative or positive. So, responses.
What about the project? How do I feel about the response?
Yeah.
Me being in Indonesia with all of the beautiful people here.
Yeah.
It's very, very surreal and very, very overwhelming. And it's a shock to the senses in every aspect. I don't really know exactly what to say. In regards to coming here and being handheld through your culture on a surface level, it's been a very how do you say it? It's been a very important experience. I think I speak on behalf of all of the students from BU when I say that. It's quite eye-opening coming here. You know, for one, checking out privilege and just experiencing a completely different take on life. Only 6 hours north about south by plane. It's so different. But I think underneath all of the political differences and social differences and cultural differences, there's just an extreme similarity between our just innate emotions as humans, and I think that's really come up as we've been working together. You know, underneath all of that, yeah, we're just human beings, and we feel the same way about things. We have the same responses to situations, even though we've come from completely different walks of life. So that's a truly beautiful thing. I didn't have any real comprehension of that before doing the project, but that's probably the biggest lesson for me, and I'm sure there'll be many more that come to the surface when I get a chance to reflect upon it, because every day has just been almost like a fast forward. But yeah, we're truly lucky to be here. We've all been.
It's been around 14 days of our projects, and I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I think it's a personal progress. And at the first time we met, I felt really nervous about how you respond to me. But then time goes by, we did the project together, and yeah, I felt that we're all just the same, we're all human mind, and you don't have to be sensitive to people about each other.
I don't know what to say, but I want to say that I'm very happy about this project. The idea is how we respond to each other. It's very interesting that we come from different countries, but we experience the same emotions. Like at first we were anxious, and then as the time goes by, we become more comfortable with each other, and we want to express it through our project. So I'm very grateful for you guys, for our teamwork. I love you guys, and I hope we can meet again in the future. Bye.
It's been really good working with everyone here, like just coming to Indonesia, a place that I never really thought I'd be able to go, and yet here I am. It's just been beautiful, and everyone's been so kind and welcoming and friendly. It's been amazing working with everyone, especially like doing things I wouldn't normally be able to play or do. It's just been such an amazing experience. I'm really glad I was able to do this.
Hey guys, in this project, I want to express my response, how I feel about my friends from Australia. With me dancing in the performance, and I improvise the dance to the music they make. I'm so happy to meet you guys. Love you.
astonishing. It's just so much of Indonesia, so much of Australia, so much of Australians in Indonesia, Indonesians working with Australians, an unbelievable mix of languages, cultures, and creative ideas and skills. So I think I'd like to lead a big round of applause for everyone, for everything they've done, not just tonight, but over the last 2.5 weeks. The students have worked late into the night, every night, after a full day of activities. It's been a very, it's been a thrilling and enjoyable tour, and it has been very busy, very demanding in some ways. So congratulations, everybody. It really was something special. Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, mahasiswa semua, dan teman-teman, terima kasih sekali sudah menerima kami semuanya dengan baik. Kami senang sekali berkesempatan bekerja sama dengan Anda semuanya. Kami juga senang menjadi tamu-tamu, apalagi teman-teman sama semuanya. Anda semuanya memperlihatkan persahabatan dan keramahan kepada kami. Mahasiswa semuanya sudah melakukan pekerjaan baik sekali. Pertunjukannya berhasil karena bekerja rajin dan ide kreatif bagus. Anda semuanya menggabungkan kesenian dan persahabatan yang baik. Pengalaman ini akan kami ingat sepanjang hidup kami. Ini ingatan istimewa. Kami ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada staf ISI dan UGM, terutama Pak Andi Asana, Bu Dona Hapsari, Pak Wildan Utama, Bu Sylvia Purba, Pak Anif Trisnadi, Pak Ilham Sia, juga dosen dan instruktur semuanya yang bekerja bersama mahasiswa semuanya untuk memperbaiki ide dan pertunjukannya. Terlebih lagi, kami mengucapkan terima kasih kepada mahasiswa semuanya yang ikut serta dalam rencana ini. Anda semuanya seharusnya merasa bangga dan senang karena usaha Anda. Saya tahu semua staf juga merasa bangga dan senang sekali kepada Anda semuanya. Sebagai akhir kata, ini kolaborasi pertama bersama VU, UGM, dan ISI. Kami harap akan kembali nanti untuk meneruskan kolaborasi kita. Kami merasa perjalanan pertama sungguh-sungguh berhasil sekali. Namun, kami merasa kalau kembali lagi, pasti kolaborasi yang selanjutnya akan menjadi jauh lebih baik. Terima kasih. Sampai jumpa. Thank you for everything. This experience will live with everyone for the rest of their lives. I'm sure for our students it will be one of the most, one of the most memorable and defining experiences of their university career. I have some certificates which we would like to hand out if there's time to the students and other participants of the program.
Thank you, everybody. Apart from saying thank you and what a wonderful experience, I want to, and there is a certificate somewhere. We can have a drum roll. I'd like like to say a special thanks to Pak Kiernan. It is true and fair to say that none of us would be here today if not for Kiernan. 12 months ago, when Kiernan was visiting the beautiful city of Yogyakarta, we talked and he reached out and made some contacts and asked some people and floated some ideas. And today is the result of those ideas. Thank you so much for your hard work, your collaboration. I've really enjoyed working with you, and thank you so much.
Masih ada kejutan. So there is a surprise. It is a present from students from Indonesia, from ISI and Gajah Mada University. Wants to give you a special gift. Yeah, special gift for all of you.
Yeah, that's right.
So, okay, are you ready, guys? Okay. So you can sit. Yeah, you can sit, please. Yeah, enjoy the presents.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
This song, choose for you guys. Oh my God, I want to cry.
So thank you for Priscilla for made the translation, and also the Joshua will lead us as the pianist. Thank you. We prepared this for only 10 minutes maybe. Yeah, but
Hope you guys will like it.
Seperti